What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and man, oh man, the past 2 days have been absolutely, extremely hectic and chaotic for all of us who follow Kanye West and Britney Spears on Instagram. I mean, my Instagram timeline has been going absolutely insane. It's like, here's Kanye snapping on Justin Bieber. Here's Britney Spears posting nudes. Here's Kanye snapping on Khloe Kardashian. Here's Britney posting nudes. Here's Kanye exposing the fashion industry. And here's Britney posting even more nudes. Seriously, woman, how many are you going to post in one day? And for me, it's like an explosion in my mind because here are all of these things going on that I would like to cover and talk about with all of you all. And man, I'm going to have to spread it out across multiple videos because there is just so much. And you know, I always see Britney and Kanye compared. People like to compare the two because I think it's safe to say that both of them have their moments on Instagram where they, post some questionable stuff and have everyone wanting to know what's going on. And I also get asked the question often whenever I talk about Kanye. People ask me, why don't I have the same energy for Kanye that I do for Britney? And the answer to that question is really simple. Britney is, stripping butt naked, spinning in circles, and attacking her own kids on Instagram when she has her episodes. When Kanye has his episodes, if that's what we're going to call it, he exposes the music industry, the Kardashians, the entertainment industry, the fashion industry, and he puts all of this like secret stuff going on in Hollywood right there on Front Street. And honestly, I love to see it. I mean, he's not attacking his kids. He's not really doing anything wrong. And I think a lot of people like to write Kanye West off as crazy, and they act like his posts are just him rambling about a bunch of nonsense. But if you know about the people he's talking about and you know about the things he's talking about, then you would realize he's actually exposing a lot. He exposes a lot whenever he goes on his little rants. And, I just see that there's a big difference here. Not to mention that Kanye's a billionaire who's in control of his own business decisions. He's running fashion lines. Kanye West does a lot, whereas Britney Spears seems to always be trapped in her house spinning around. And so that's why I have a different energy when talking about the two and talking about the two's little episodes. I don't think Kanye is as crazy as what people make him out to be. Yeah, I think Kanye West probably suffers from certain things. I'm not going to diagnose him, but I don't see how he acts. I don't see how that can be compared to Britney per se. But anyway, as you all already know, Kanye West has made headlines recently for wearing a White Lives Matter hoodie. And man, it broke the internet. People got insanely pissed. I mean, people are not having it. They want to cancel Kanye West. Now, these same people would be singing his praises from the highest mountain, while giving him a double-handed blowy if he wore a Black Lives Matter hoodie at his fashion show. But he wore a White Lives Matter hoodie, and apparently you can't say White Lives Matter because that's bad. At least that's what the mainstream establishment, that's what they said. So all types of people have been coming out, speaking out against Kanye West. One of the people who spoke out against Kanye West was Karifa Johnson. I believe she's like an editor for Vogue and a stylist. And she had this to say: "The t-shirts this man conceived, produced, and shared with the world are pure violence." Apparently, Kanye West's t-shirts are pure violence, she says. "There is no excuse. There is no art here. I'm sorry I failed to make that clear. I thought I did. I do think if you asked Kanye, he'd say there was art and revolution and all of the things in that t-shirt. There isn't. And as we work through the trauma of this moment, especially those of us who suffered in that room, let's have some grace for one another." And man, this comment by Karifa Johnson perfectly encapsulates the woke mentality that is like a disease, that is like a cancer to our society. She literally said that his shirt was violence, y'all. The shirt was violence. And She suffered through trauma being in the room. This was a fashion show. Kanye West simply wore a shirt that said White Lives Matter. Had a couple of models walk down the runway in shirts or hoodies or sweatshirts, whatever, that said White Lives Matter. And she says that is violence. And that everyone in the room suffered from trauma. How fragile can you be? How fragile can you possibly be? Violence from a t-shirt? I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, that is just insane, okay? But that's the mentality that a lot of people have. It's the mentality that we talk about often on this channel. The victim-like mentality. The same people who marched through the streets wearing Black Lives Matter shirts while small businesses were being burnt to the ground in mostly peaceful protests are saying it is violence for Kanye West to wear a shirt that says White Lives Matter. But we'll get into that whole conversation in a separate video because Kanye West did address that today as well. And he has a rebuttal for everyone who has something to say about his shirt. But first, Kanye actually came back at Karifa Johnson, started making fun of her boots and stuff. And that's when Hailey Bieber got involved, Justin Bieber's wife. And she says, GKJ all day, every day. Talking about Karifa Johnson. My respect for you runs deep, my friend. To know you is to adore you. And to work with you is an honor. The most kind, the most talented, the most fun, the most chick. So she simply came out and expressed her support for the woman who said that Kanye West's shirt was violence. Now, I'm not saying that Hailey Bieber necessarily did something wrong here. If she's showing support to a friend, okay. But at the same time, why are you showing some support towards a woman who made a mountain out of a molehill? So Kanye West did not take kindly to any of the people who came to her defense, especially Hailey Bieber. Kanye had this to say. I want to just let everybody know there was also some fashion this week also. There was a major thing called Fashion Week, which really lasts a month. And there were some very well done, crazy overpriced clothes being shown. It wasn't just about paradigm shifting t-shirt. Just kidding. My t-shirt, I'm sorry, Kanye West he spells really weird sometimes. My t-shirt on everybody's shows. Nothing happens but my t-shirt. To the Arnauts that hire anybody that works for me, remember my one t-shirt took all the attention. Because you're all programmed sheep. And those boots Gab was wearing were effing trash. But I'm sure John Legend still wants a pair. And Justin, get your girl before I get mad. So, let me translate that for you all. Basically, what Kanye West was trying to say is, hey, it was Fashion Week. There are fashion shows happening all over the place. Everyone is showing something. Yet you're not hearing anything about it because all of the attention is on my White Lives Matter shirt. Now really think about that for a moment. Is Kanye West trying to send a message here? Fashion Week. People have spent countless hours on designing some of the craziest outfits you've ever seen. Expensive clothes with the price tag that none of us could ever imagine affording. And you didn't see a single one of those outfits this week, did you? Kanye West came to a fashion show with what it looks like to me, basically like a screen printed white t-shirt, black t-shirt that says White Lives Matter. And it's the talk of the town. Not just the talk of the town, not just the talk of the fashion industry, but the talk of the entire world. Why? Why can such a simple statement make such a big impact and cause people to have these reactions? So, however you feel about this situation, however you feel about the shirt, Kanye West was successful in doing what he wanted to do. He got the attention, he got people talking, and with a simple screen printed t-shirt, basically shut down the whole fashion industry. Fashion Week is all about Kanye now. And like he says, Justin Bieber, you better get your girl, he says. Kanye then goes on to post another post saying, wait, am I canceled again? Justin, please let me know. And then he sends a dig at Hailey Bieber that I'm not necessarily cool with. He posts something talking about another model, Venetria. You are the culture's favorite. They threw a mask on you at Yeezy Season 9 when I wasn't looking. They don't want undeniable, beautiful black woman to be put on their rightful throne. They want corny-ass Gigi Hadid and nose job Hailey Baldwin to rally behind an obvious Corey Gamble level non-fashion industry plan. They don't want to support Beyonce. They want to shame Lizzo whenever she loses weight. Travis Scott and Future are real ones for recognizing this queen, and she ain't have to F nobody to be recognized. This queen is going to change the trajectory of our people because she's not promoting the things that kill our people that media use to kill and destroy our people. Now, this is my issue sometimes with Kanye. Like I was saying earlier, I like when he exposes the industry, when he goes in on, these big corporations, and when he talks about Hollywood, and even when he exposes some of the Kardashian stuff, sometimes I'm just like, hey, okay. But I think that Kanye dampens his message and he cheapens his message when he does these personal little digs at people that don't necessarily have anything to do with it. Now, of course, Hailey Bieber could have stayed all the way out of it. But she kind of, stepped in, to the defense of someone who I guess was her friend, who Kanye was coming at. And I'm not going to bash her for that, because I'll do the same thing if I see someone getting trashed or bullied who I care about, or sometimes even if it's a stranger, if I think it's wrong. But I just wish that Kanye would get his message across, rant all day. I like when he goes on these rants. But I don't like it when he singles out sometimes people who don't necessarily have anything to do with anything, and he just starts throwing darts at them too. But that's how Kanye is. I can't change Kanye, and it appears that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are within Kanye's crosshairs at the moment. What will happen from this? Will the situation get worse? Will Justin Bieber confront Kanye and try to slap him like Will Smith did, Chris Rock at the Oscars? Who knows? Anything could happen in this crazy, crazy world. But whatever does happen, you can be sure that I will be here to cover it. Now, there's other stuff going on with Kanye, and I will touch on that in future videos. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.